The Golden State Warriors. The same Warriors who broke the regular season total for wins last year with 73. The same Warriors who blew a 3-1 lead in the finals and barely lost the NBA championship in the final minutes of Game 7. The same Warriors who made one of the biggest free agent signings of all time in signing Kevin Durant. When this move was first made, people wanted to call off the NBA season, give the championship to the Warriors. But then the first game of the season came where the Spurs blew the Warriors out at home. Then people claimed that the Spurs exposed the Warriors' weaknesses, which was supposedly defense. After the season went on for a while, the Warriors reclaimed the best record in the league, which they have had for the third straight year, but then they got blown out by the Grizzlies, blew a 14-point lead to the Cavs on Christmas Day, and blew a 24-point lead to the Grizzlies. Then the Martin Luther King Day matchup came. Warriors vs. Cavs for the second time this season, and the Warriors absolutely destroyed the Cavs by 35 points. And for anyone who had never watched the NBA before, the Cavs probably looked like some scrub team out there. For some reason, I thought if the Warriors could beat the Cavs, maybe people would realize how elite they really are, and instead just stop yelling 3-1, 3-1. But for some reason, people want to ignore this, so they still claim that the Warriors won't win the championship, and some people even say that they won't even make it to the championship. Today, I'm going to show you why, if there's no major injuries or suspensions, last year, the Golden State Warriors will win the 2017 NBA championship. Firstly, the Warriors have replaced nearly half of their roster from last year. And when you do that, it takes a while to build the chemistry they had in previous years. So I really didn't think the regular season they wouldn't be doing as good as they really are. I thought they'd be I wouldn't even be surprised if they had the number 2 seed and the San Antonio Spurs had the number 1 seed. Why? You may ask, when you sign a bunch of new players, it takes a while to bond and get the chemistry together, and that's what the regular season is for, to experiment and bond, so playoff time your team is ready. In 2011, when the Big Three in Miami was formed, the Heat faced those early struggles and weren't even the number 1 seed in their conference and only won 58 games. But by playoff time, they were ready, and they eliminated the Bulls and went on to the finals. And if LeBron didn't choke, they would be the 2011 NBA champions. In 2015, when LeBron returned to Cleveland and they got new players and they had to replace their roster, they experimented and struggled early on. Again, this team wasn't even number 1 in their conference, and they played in the East, which is weaker than the West, and they only won 53 games. Then they went on and swept the number 1 seed in the East because they had been ready. They bonded and they were ready by playoff time. And if Kyrie and Love weren't injured, who knows, they might be the 2015 NBA champions. So because of this, I thought 60 wins would be a good amount for the Warriors this season, but oh man, was I wrong. The Warriors are exceeding all my expectations and currently have a 36-6 record, the best in the NBA, and are on pace to win 70 games. Not only this, the Warriors are the best win-loss percentage in the NBA with 85.7%, the highest margin of victory in the league with their average of around averagely winning by around 13 points, the best offensive rating in the league, the best defensive rating in the league, and the best net rating in the league. I find this crazy when there's so many elite teams in the NBA, and the Warriors, who are still learning, still experimenting, still struggling, are pretty much ahead of the rest of the NBA. By playoff time, this team would have learned much more how to work together, and in my opinion, will be too deadly for any team to beat in a 7-game series. Next, we look at their so-called weaknesses. Since the acquiring of Kevin Durant, fans expected the Warriors' defense to be trash, and this was validated even more on opening night. For some reason, these blind fans continue to claim the Warriors have bad defense, when in fact they have the best defense in the league. They have the best defensive rating in the league and the best adjusted defensive rating in the league. This adjusted defensive rating adjusts for the strength of the opponent's offense. Now think about this. The Warriors' offensive power is so good, we've never seen anything like it. And combine this with the best defense in the NBA, and I just do not see how another team can beat them in a 7-game series when they're playing like they usually do. Sure, the other teams beat them here and there, but when it's a 7-game series and you have to win 4 times against these Warriors, I just don't know how it can be done. Matter of fact, Draymond and Durant can be argued, and it's a good argument, that they're the best defensive duo in the league. And Draymond, Klay, and Durant are probably the best defensive big 3 in the NBA. Now, the final argument fans use that they won't win the championship is that they're chokers. They blew a 3-1 lead. They blew a 14-point lead. They blew a 24-point lead. I understand the 3-1 lead. Even though there were numerous circumstances that went in favor for the Cavs, yeah, the Warriors should not have lost that series. But the 14-point lead and 24-point leads that were blown this season, those are just part of the early season struggles. Warriors will get it together once they learn not to play hero ball. Durant. And just trust each other, and they won't let good leads slip away. Okay, that's all I got for this video. Who do you guys have winning the NBA championship? Leave it down in the comments. Also, thank you guys for your support on this channel. I haven't been able to upload in a while, so I hope you guys like this, and I will be returning to my routine of one video a week.